Welcome everybody. Give me just half a second. Sorry, I am trying to get stuff set up and this doesn't like it when I do it in game apparently. But everything should be. Why will it not? Why is it not doing this as an overlay? That's odd. Okay, so we'll just move that over here then, so that I can still keep an eye out on that. Let's refresh this, downsize you, pull you up real quick so I can see everything. That is if the internet wants to work. Thank you. Of course, because I'm trying to go quickly and get all this done, my computer wants to act retarded. Come on, stop being a pain in my butt. Sometimes you just want to chuck technology out the window because it never wants to work the way you want it to work when you're in a hurry. Come on, any day this week. Stupid computer. I think the bugs from work followed me home. Okay, I think YouTube is finally working. Y'all are gonna have to leave me a comment down below to let me know if it's actually working or if it's acting retarded. But I'm trying to make sure that both Twitch and YouTube are running. My phone's almost dead, so I don't have my phone sitting here in front of me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be going through this whole dang process. Okay, calm down. Wow, it's buffering like crazy, but let's see if I can actually hear myself. I'm trying to make sure. Okay. Yep. Okay. So in that case, let's get to the game. All right. So, I did play around a little bit with my sister just to make sure that this game was something that was going to be age appropriate for my channel. So I apologize in advance if you think I've already, played and done all that stuff. I know this has been out for a couple days, but yeah. So there's that. I have done that. We are going to play a new game so you guys can see everything. So I'll shut up for the cinematic. So if you haven't seen the cinematic for the intro, I will let you guys watch that. I will let you guys watch all the different cinematics, so just keep that in mind. Oh, that is creepy. Oh, I've seen that like 3 times and I still get the chills every time. Like, woo. Ugh. Gives me the heebie jeebies. All right. So, let's see. Origin. We don't really get to pick anything right now. We are going to make an male character just because. So, really, the only thing that we get to pick right now is our character name. So, we will go with. If they'll let me spell here. Gibbs. Warlock. I really can't spell today. There we go. Now, I know we're going to be a warlock, so charisma is something that we need. Now, for our background, you get to pick, there's not a lot of them. There's Acolyte, which gives you Insight Religion proficiencies. Charlatan, which gives you Deception, Sleight of Hand. Criminal, Deception and Stealth. Entertainer, Acrobatics Performance. Folk Hero is Animal and Survival. Guild Artisan is Insight Persuasion. Noble, History Persuasion. Hermit, which is Medicine Religion. Outlander, Athletics Survival. Sage, Arcana History, which is probably what we're going to go with. Sailor, Athletics Perception. Soldier is Athletics Intimidation. Urchin, Sleight of Hand Stealth. And then back to Acolyte. So yeah, we're going to go with Sage, which is going to give us Arcana and History, which is, for a Warlock, I think that's pretty good. Under Race, so I know that, here, we're actually going to jump ahead real quick and go to class. Warlock. And we are going to do the Fiend. I think that's probably the best way for us to go here. We get to change our cantrips and our first level spells. But as you can see here, we get Warlock spell slots, Wisdom saving throw proficiency, Charisma saving throw proficiency, Light armor, simple weapon, and we also get Dark One's blessing. When you reduce a hostile creature's hit points to 0, the gift from your patron grants your Charisma modifier plus level hit points. So we constantly get, anytime we kill something, we get a benefit to our HP. So that's why I'm going to go with that. The other subclass you get is called the Great Old One. And you don't really get anything on top of that to start off with. Though you do get Tasha's Hideous Laughter, which can incapacitate and prone targets. But this right here, Dissonant Whispers. 3d6 psychic damage. Psychic damage, just so you know, is one of the hardest things to ever get a resistance to. So this is almost always guaranteed to do 3d6 psychic damage. And in some cases, it can actually do even more. But I really do like the Fiend because that's going to help us with our HP. And since we don't really know how this game's going to progress very far, we definitely want something that is going to give us more HP. Now, Warlock, definitely we got to do Eldritch Blast. But Blade Ward, nah. I'm going to try and stay at range, so I don't really need that. Chill Touch is a great one because this does 1d8 necrotic damage at first level. Plus... they won't gain hit points. The downside is if we fight anything that's undead, or undead creatures also get disadvantage on attack rolls. So, there's that. You got Friends, so that gives us a bonus to our charisma checks if you want to use that on somebody. Mage Hand creates a spectral hand for us to use. Poison Spray, though I will say there are quite a few things that have poison resistance or just straight up immune to poison. So take that as you will. And then True Strike allows us to get advantage on our attack rolls. I'm going to go with Chill Touch just as a secondary long-range weapon for us to use. And then under our spells, the two that we start off with is Arms of Hadar, which gives us 2d6 necrotic damage. And they cannot take a reaction, but this is if they're in a 3-meter range of us. And then we also have Armor of Agathis. Agathis? Yeah, Agathis. I've been saying it right. Hopefully, maybe. This gives us temporary hit points, and anytime we take melee damage, they take 5 cold damage until our HP goes back down to 0 for our bonus. Honestly, again, I don't want things within that 3 meter range, so I'm going to go with Hex as a spell because that allows me to actually uh, uh, get disadvantage on, or sorry, gain advantage when I'm attacking them. Or no, sorry, I'm thinking of a different spell. Hex allows me to do an additional 1d6 necrotic damage whenever I hit with an attack, and the creature also has disadvantage on ability checks of one ability of my choosing, so I could do anything, which is pretty cool. The other one that's pretty neat in here, if you're going to try and do like a sword type build for your Warlock, is Witch Bolt is really cool. You hit that at long range while you're trying to close in, and every turn while you're concentrating on it, it does the 1d12 lightning damage as well. So, but I'm going to go with I'm going to go with the Armor of Agathis. I don't know how often I'll cast that, but then we're also going to do Hex. So there we go. So that's going to be that. So now we're going to go back over to race because we know that charisma is what we need a lot of, right? So elf, just so you know, they get high elf and wood elf. Wood elf primarily is going to be your archer type class or fighter kind of thing. High elf is pretty good at the same thing, but they also have a +1 to intelligence, so they're when it comes to spellcasters. They do get a cantrip that you can pick. If you're going to go with a high elf, I would suggest, especially if you're going to play like a wizard or a warlock, get Acid Splash. Acid Splash does 1d6 acid damage, plus lowers their AC on some creatures. Like if they're immune to acid damage, it lowers their AC. I don't know if that's exactly what it's supposed to be, but they have to do a dexterity save kind of thing. But anyway, Firebolt's another good one because it can actually do AoE damage if the surface they're standing on is flammable as well. So that's cool. But that's if you're going to go with a high elf. Tiefling, which is the race I'll probably go because we get that +2 to charisma. So now our charisma is up to 17. When we were an elf, we were at 15. So I like that +2 charisma there. They have 3 sub-races. Asmodeus, Mephistopheles, and Ziriel. As you can see, each one has different benefits. For example, Asmodeus and Mepho here, they get the charisma and intelligence along with our dark vision and hellish resistance, whereas Ziriel gets dark vision, hellish resistance, and then they get strength and charisma. So it just depends on how you're going to play that warlock if you're going to go this race. I am probably just going to stick with Asmodeus because I get to get the Thaumaturgy cantrip. Next would be Drow, just to go over the races real quick, guys. You get Loathsworn and Seldarin. Both of them are going to get your dexterity and charisma. You get Rapier, Short Sword, Hand Crossbow, and Superior Dark Vision, allowing the Dark Vision to be even further out. You also move 9 meters, which is pretty much everybody's speed. And then you get the Cantrip Dancing Lights if you go with the Loathsworn or with the Seldarin. So they're pretty much neck and neck the same, so it just depends on your flavor of context with how you're going to build it. Human, obviously they're going to get a +1 into everything, so there's that. We have the Yankee? I can't remember how these guys pronounce their names. Sorry. They get a +1 intelligence, +2 strength, so they're actually a pretty good fighter. If we ever get to multi-class in this game, you could do like an arcane fighter kind of thing. They get light armor, medium armor, and sword proficiencies. They also get cantrips. So these guys actually come from the astral plane, so that's pretty cool. Dwarves, you get Gold Dwarf or Shield Dwarf. Gold Dwarf is +2 Constitution. You got Battle Axe, Hand Axe, Light Hammer, Warhammer, Dark Vision. The biggest thing, though, is they only move 7.5 meters. They have the lowest, aside from Halfling, who also have the same speed when it comes to that, but they get Dwarven Toughness, so every time they level up, we get 1 additional hit point every time. So, there's that. And then Shield Dwarf, everything's the exact same. Constitution +2, strength, but they get light and medium armor proficiency, whereas I believe these guys get no armor proficiency, whereas the shield dwarves get both light and medium armor. Half elf, so they get kind of both the elf and the human aspect here. You get to pick 2 stats instead of all of them to be +1s. So you can kind of make these guys a little bit more. Plus they get charisma increase too. So, like, for example, I could take off dexterity and gain +1 into wisdom and a +1 into intelligence, or +1 into constitution. And this would make a pretty okay, warlock. Just because we're still going to get that 17 charisma, which is really important for us. But we'd be able to round out some of this other stuff to get a little bit more HP or something like that. I just really like how the tieflings look. And last but not least, we have halflings. You have the Lightfoot and the Strongheart. 2 dexterity for the Lightfoot with +1 charisma and their natural stealthy. And then you have +2 dexterity, +1 constitution with Strongheart resilience, which gives them poison resistance. And they're also lucky. When you roll a 1 on an attack roll, you have the ability to re-roll it, kind of thing. But yeah, so we're going to go with Tiefling. So, next page, appearance. I'm not going to really spend a lot of time on this. I kind of already know what I'm going to be looking for. I like to go with these kind of darkish green eyes. They're called Demonic Black 2. I like going with the more reddish skin tone, because why not? Hair doesn't really matter, so we'll go with that top knot. Why not? We're going to go with a kind of a green hairdo just to match our eyes here. For my horns, where's my horn? Hair, horn, there we go. I like this one because it's, I don't know, it's cooler. So that's our class. Then we got our skills. So you get to get, these are your proficiency ones. These ones here you'll get no proficiency on, so it depends on your class, race, things like that that are going to determine what you're proficient in or what you can add proficiencies to. I like getting investigation and we'll say nature for this. Because we don't get insight, which is, in my opinion, insight is one of the most useful things that you can get, but whatever. Abilities, this allows you to go through and change this if you really wanted to. I'm not going to mess with it. I mean, a -1 to athletics, but we're getting a +1 to acrobatic, sleight of hand, stealth. Constitution is up. Intelligence, we're getting +4 across the board with the exception of religion. Under wisdom, we're not getting any increases here, though technically we really could if we wanted to. We could take 2 points out of intelligence, add 2 points here to just get that +1. You know, and really, religion isn't something we need, so we could actually go down to 10 intelligence if we wanted to, because we're not going to look at doing like wands or any of that kind of stuff for this guy. And we could go ahead and put another point there, a point there. I don't really care. So now, let's see here. Can I take 1 point out of Constitution? How much health does that drop us down to? Can I see that yet? No, it doesn't tell me. Well, I can put that up to 14 and put that back up to 11. And so now we're getting +2, and now our insight actually has a +2 for us to be able to actually see stuff. So I'll live with that. That's fine there. And then we got a +3 in our deception, intimidation, performance, persuasion. But charisma is what we use for our spellcasting, so that's why I want to boost that up as high as I can. Whew! Alright, I haven't figured out what this is for. So I'm just going to go ahead with this one here, because I don't really want to spend any more time making all different stuff for her. But, yeah, you know, there's that. And then another cutscene, so here you go. And while the cutscene's going off, I'm actually going to grab my phone real quick because I need to make a post that we're going live. Okay, post done. Woohoo! And now we get to watch the game load in and us T-pose for half a second. My head. Okay, so, alright, game, chill out. So you do get control over the camera because I do use a mouse. You can rotate the camera. I found out really early because of the mouse that I use that I will accidentally click the wrong stupid buttons sometimes. So there's that. I will show you this little trick here, or a little tip if you end up getting this game for the first time. There are 2 chests where you can get some stuff in this first room. Like I said, I have played this a little bit. I mentioned that earlier. I played with my sister just to see how this game plays out. So this first little intro area, I kind of know where stuff is because we explored every nook and cranny. But there are 2 chests up here that you guys can get. Which gives us an alchemist fire, which is a throwable, and then these caustic bulbs are throwables. So I think that's a pretty cool thing that you can pick up stuff that you can just chuck at people. I don't know why you needed to autosave. I've not really done anything, but okay. By the way, while you're on the ship, these right here can restore you if you took damage. You just gotta click them. I am curious to see what other kind of classes or races that they're gonna come out with in the next few updates for this game. Right now there's Warlock, Cleric, Warrior, Rogue, and Hunter, and Wizard. This is also a multiplayer game, so if you have friends that play on PC, because that's currently all this is on right now is PC, for early access. I'm not sure if it's going to be something that can be streamed or purchased for other platforms. So, but there's a chest there and a chest there. I do like the way spells work in this game. They're very visual spells, which I think is kind of cool. Who am I talking to? Yeah, we failed our Arcana check. So we have investigation, strength, and dexterity. I know I'm probably better at investigation than strength and dexterity. We can just straight up destroy it, or we can just leave. But let's see what happens if we do an investigation. So this is how the rolling system works. It tells you what our target is, and it has a random generator. And we epic failed that. Oh my goodness. That is not a way to start. That is not a way to start this series off. This is with an epic fail. Oh no. Alright, so let's we'll do dexterity even though we're not great at it. So we gotta roll a 9 to get a I succeed on this. And of course, we roll a 19 on a dex, which we're not even that good at. Like, what the heck, man? All right, so we did really well on that one. So let's see. I mean, it does say that we have a +1 dex roll, so let's see. We got a roll of 14. So let's see what happens. Oh, what the snap? Oh. Alright, so our first combat. So combat turns. Then you're going to have the combat order up here in the top left. You have your action bar here. So this is available actions are highlighted. So this is with your weapons. If you have long range. If your weapon has an ability that it can use. Then you have bonus actions. This bar here. And your movement bar is this up here. And then, of course, we use our spells here. So we can do a main hand attack. We can do slash because we have a dagger equipped, and that's just what it does. And we don't have a bow equipped, so we don't have to worry about that. But we use spellios. Where is this thing? Where? There it is. So it says we have a 90% chance to hit it. Ooh, hit that sucker for 8. Alright. Oh, critical miss. Let's do it again. Boom. And there we go. We got Dark One's Blessing. So, had we lost any health, we would have gained a little bit back. I like how the spells look in this game. Like, and there's area of effect damage too. So like, if I hit something that is capable of moving and that hits somebody else, then that can do damage to them. So it's the way they worked this game compared to Baldurs Gate 1 and 2 is phenomenally different. And I've played games like what is that? Origin or Original Sin, Origin Sin, yeah, Original Sin, Divinity 2, Pillars of Eternity. You know, I've played those styles of games, so I'm used to this turn-based system. So if this is new to you, this the way the turn-based system works like this, be careful. Neverwinter, or not Neverwinter. What's that other game I've been playing? Man, I can't think of the name of the game right this second, but I play another one that uses the same turn-based system. So, oh, Pathfinder. Pathfinder uses the same type of turn-based system, so. Transform, what do you mean? Alrighty then, lady. So this is your tutorial into how combat works with multiple targets, or multiple people. So we got to go first because we rolled the highest initiative out of the group. And then the 3 imps get to go. So I get to move first. So I want to... Oop, as soon as... There we go. And I actually want to hit... Well... Alright, and then I'm actually going to back up a little bit. And then I'm going to tell her to use ranged weapons since it says she has them. And then we are going to shoot that guy. There we go. And then she can move forward a little bit. So now I move forward. Let's rotate the camera a little bit here. Ooh, 1 shot and 1 kill. And now this imp's gonna show up. Let's see if I can get another 1 shot. No, of course not. Too much to hope for. That was a bad arrow shot. Wow. That whole attack round was just terrible. Come on. There we go. Okay. So I'm not seeing any chests. So we're going to go ahead and just go over here. Make sure that we're healed up. Yo, what's up, Drizdo? Welcome to the channel, bro. I wonder if when this game goes officially live, out of early access and everything, I wonder if a lot of the cinematic's going to go away. Because this is a lot of cinematic stuff for an intro, I think. I could be wrong. Maybe it's just the right amount, but compared to some other games, this is a lot of cinematic trailers and whatnot, so... Man, she's just bad at bow and arrow. And she gets to attack again. That's her strongest attack so far. There we go. Alright. Now I do know that you can actually pick these up. You just have to switch to her. And you can pick these up. Ooh, don't run in the fire. Okay. And then... Boom. I was playing with my sister, and at this part, when we had to blow up the door, because that's what this tutorial is trying to teach you how to do, is like everything that you can do in the game once you get through it. Okay. Yep. So this one said release or unleash. This one says annihilate. What if we click? What if we click this one? Okay. And this one said annihilate. Well, we can't read what this one says, so let's click. Oh, snap! That killed him. Well, that's a bummer. Y'all got anything in your bag? Ooh. I'll take that. Backpack. And then let's have her pick up this one. I like how you can tell the difference between somebody that has night vision and someone doesn't. So you can see how bright it is around me, and then I switch to her and it gets darker. It's because she doesn't have night vision. Arcana. Alright, so we got to roll a 5 on our Arcana, and we have a +2. So we rolled technically a... Wow. Well, I'm a good one. Huh? Maybe if we had passed the Arcana check, maybe. I don't know. Alright. Let's see what this sigil says if we can get it read. Perfect. I like how it gave it to me and then said failed. Alright. Not what I wanted to do. Come on. I happen to know that key was in there. It's the only reason why I ran there. I will say, I have yet to... If you guys know how to get her out of there, I would really like to know how to do that. But I haven't been able to figure it out. I haven't tried seeing if I could hit that, though. Did I do anything? No? What if I shoot this one? Nope. Still not doing anything. That didn't anything. Okay. Those are the only things I haven't tried to do yet. I just thought maybe, you know. Alrighty. Ooh, autosave again. This game really likes to autosave like every 10 seconds. It's ridiculous. Get him, Mind Flare. I like how this is another one of those games where your character stays silent like 100% of the time. I will say I will fight as much as I can in here because everything you kill right now is 10 XP, and that's a lot of XP to just give up on. Oof. Y'all stop doing damage to me. Miss. Alright, so we're going to take... Oh, they're not grouped up anymore. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. An attack of opportunity. Woo! 10 damage on that? Alright, keep moving forward. That's fine. Attack her, because I don't really care. Two points of damage. Ah! Of course I didn't mean to skip my turn like that. Boom! Ha! Alright, see if you can shoot him. And then move up. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take this guy down. Ooh, we're like hitting like a truck. Alright, so one imp gets to move and then her. So I will show you what these can do. This allows me to hit both of these dudes. There's that. And then, like, I could just keep chucking them if I really wanted to. But then, like, this, nobody took damage from that. So let's chuck one right at this guy. And so he took quite a bit of damage. And we'll go ahead and... Now, if we had a way to do fire damage, which we do... And then, just because we want to see what it does, Hex. And we're going to do disadvantage on... it doesn't really matter. There we go. Now I'm curious as to how that imp is still up, even though he's taken a ton of damage. He's got 2 life points left. Alright, so shoot that guy. And then we're going to make her book it through the fire. And then tell her to drink a potion and then just stand there. Alright, is that the guy that we hexed? No. Is that guy? Yep. And of course our concentration on that hex is now gone because he's, you know, whatever. But we can reapply hex on this guy. Oh, I think we saved the concentration. Okay, go ahead and reapply Hex to that guy. We'll just keep that chain going. Of course, he'll probably die at this turn. Boom. And then you'll move up here. I don't want to click that with her. I want it to be my main character that gets to do it. So we've got one more turn to wait. Oh. Ooh, don't get close. Oh, that was close. Whoa! Ooh, what it would be like to have that kind of a lightning power. Come on. Load screens are terrible. It's going to be kind of odd if that's the only companions that you can get through this, or the ones that they're showing you. So, I mean, you've got this dude just, I don't know what he is, a rogue. I mean, with a sword, he looks like a warlock? Possibly? I love this one. I want this to be my desktop wallpaper for a while, because that just looks epic. Uh-oh. That's gotta hurt. Landing is not gonna be fun, I can tell you that. Ooh. One more inch, man. It would have been a repeat of Spider-Man. Telling you. Alright, so we are now on the beach. It looks like mangled fisherman. Alright, I'll take it. It's money. I see a barrel. Can we loot that? Anything in it? Hammer! Alright. And... oh, you ain't got nothing. Got a book, a bag. Okay, fish. Anything else over here? Ooh, food. No, that's got dirty words in it. Never mind. Not reading that out loud. Huh, letter. Cool. Another bucket. Alright. More stuff to loot. Nice. Bloody doors. Bloody doors. I mean, whatever you say, crazy lady. The mine swamp. Seems to be a little bit of lag on some of this dialogue to where her mouth doesn't move. Warlock, don't worry, that's what magic is for, and I have plenty. That's a bonus action that we can use. But let's see. Looks like you need a hand. I doubt this is the only entrance. You could look elsewhere. What you're making is racket. The noise is bound to attract attention. Now we're going to do Warlock just to see. Be nice to have another hand to fight. I'm Gibbs Warlock. Alright, and now we have companions. So, basically what that little tutorial is saying is, right now we move together. I move, she'll move. But, if I take this and I break the chain, and then set it down wherever I move by myself, until I put us together again. I like having my portrait first, lady. So, there's that. Alright, so we saw some more of these. Since we hit the hour mark, we're going to go ahead and fight these guys, then we'll save it and we'll get out of here. I just wanted to stream a little bit after work because the game, I think, is worth doing that. And then let's go ahead and hex that one next. And then go ahead and run away. Because, yes, these things can hurt. One of them one-shotted my sister. So, definitely don't want to be at point-blank range with them. Alright, so this is the one that got hexed. So we're going to go ahead and use... Boom! We did 12 damage. So... reapply hex. End our turn. This guy gets to move. Hopefully he moves into range. Now she gets to attack. Let's see, you've only got 4 life left. And of course you miss. And she just got critted. So let's move up over here, reapply hex. And then we're going to drop back just a tad here. Alright, she failed her first one. No big shock there. 8 points of damage. And we're going to hope that this thing misses us. Alright, we took 6 points of damage. Not bad. There we go. Alright, talks about leveling up. We'll do that in just a second. We need to do the help action. Come on. We're not in combat anymore. It says she's done all 3 of her saves. Alright, well, that's glitched for some reason. Let's do this. So, we're now a level 2 Warlock, so we get to spend 2 points into our class features. Now, I've already decided that I'm going to go with Repelling Blast and Agonizing Blast. Agonizing Blast allows you to do your Eldritch Blast, which is the primary ability we'll be using, to add your Charisma modifier to the damage it deals. So, for example, we're Charisma 17, which is a +3. So on top of our damage, we're getting a +3. And then Repelling Blast. When you hit a creature with Eldritch Blast, you can push the creature up to 4.5 meters away. That is amazing. So we're doing both of those. Other ones that you could get is Armor of Shadows, which allows you to cast Mage Armor on yourself without ever expending a slot. Beast Speech is speak with animals without a spell slot. Beguiling Influence, you can invoke your patron Bewitching Charm. You gain proficiency in Deception and Persuasion. Devil Sight, you can see normally in darkness, both magical and non-magical, to a distance of 18 meters. Fiendish Vigor, you can cast False Life on yourself at will without expending a slot. Mask of Many Faces is disguise self without a spell slot. And then Thief of 5 Fates, once per long rest, you can cast Bane using a Warlock spell slot. But, meh. These are the two, because it's the primary cantrip that we use, so I like to go with that one. Then under our spells, because we get another spell, we're going to go ahead and do Witch Bolt because it is a long range. And since it's a concentration, we can use our Witch Bolt and still keep up concentration on it. So it's hard. Hardcore glitched. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we don't get to mess with her. We don't really get to pick what type of cleric she is, but she is within the trickery domain, which is actually pretty nifty. She's getting Invoke Duplicity as her new subclass feature. So summon an illusion to distract your enemies. You and your allies receive advantage on attack rolls against a creature if both the attacker and the illusion are within 3 meters of it. And then we have our prepared spells. You can actually come in here. And so I know for a fact that Halt is kind of useless. Create Water. I don't see how that's going to be useful for us at any point. We definitely want Cure Wounds. Now we could go with Bless, which bless up to 3 creatures, receive a D4 bonus to attack rolls and saving throws. We could do Shield of Faith, which gives us a +2 to our AC. Protection from good and evil. Protect creatures against Arboration, Celestials, Elementals, Fays, Fiends, and Undead. Or we can do Inflict Wounds, which is 3d10 necrotic damage. Which, if we're going to go with a short-range spell, I think that's pretty OP. So, yeah. And then this is a good long-range spell, too. Guiding Bolt, 4d6 radiant damage. And if they're undead, they take double damage, essentially. So, there's that. And then Bane's pretty good if you want something that's a medium to long range. So you can target up to 3 creatures and they receive a D4 penalty to attack rolls and saving throws. So, that's pretty good. And she's going to go up to 15 on her hit points versus 9. Oops, wrong button. 9, so boom, let her level up. There we go. And then, just because I don't want to leave her in the dust without being healed, we're going to go ahead and cast Cure Wounds. There you go. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and save this. We're going to get out of here. I appreciate you, Drizdale, for stopping by. Like I said, I just really wanted to get this out there, that this is something that I'm going to be streaming for a while. I know it is still early access, guys. They are talking about releasing more classes, subclasses, more races, things like that. So we'll see what's coming. We'll see what's all going to be going down. But definitely something that we will continue doing. Let me know if there's a different race or class that you think I should be doing on this game. I'd really like to make this a community thing. So at some point I may open this up if enough of you want to play together. I may open this up to where 3 people can join my group and we can go through the game that way, whether it's still early access or if it's a full game. So just let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you're on YouTube and you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button. If you're on Twitch and you're not a follower, please make sure you hit the follow button, or vice versa. If you guys want to check out the other channels, links are in the descriptions for both, or should be. If they're not, yell at me in the comment section, and I can get you that link. But other than that, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I really appreciate you stopping by. I hope everybody's being safe. Be blessed out there, and as one, we rise stronger and wiser. Peace out, guys.